What's going on, guys, and welcome back to WWE Network and Chill, where every single week I, Graham Jason Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network. Today we're talking Season 2, Episode 6 of the Edge and Christian Show, entitled Bang Bang. We've had a lot of new episodes of Network and Chill go up over the past week, so in case you haven't already checked them out, be sure to check out my full reviews of Xavier's Arcade Challenge, Botch Club, WWE Kitchen Smackdown, and Fashion Filed Cold Case Unit. So a lot of new network specials going up recently. We've had also a new New Day year in review extravaganza-like thing go up on the network. I think that aired on the USA Network during the WWE Holiday Week on the USA Network. So I'll probably check that out at some point, maybe review it for Network and Chill maybe this weekend. But yeah, new Edge and Christian airing after Raw this past week. Once again, more entertaining than Raw itself. What else is new? The episode opens with Edge and Christian sitting in a tent, a lot like they were a few episodes ago with Woke and Matt Hardy. And they meet up with the Boogeyman and kind of give him lessons on how to be more scary. And they kind of break down his history. And they're like, oh, what can you do to be more scary, Boogeyman? And Boogeyman kind of tries out a few different things. Nothing really works until he shows Edge and Christian a DVD of the Great Khali's Greatest Matches, which obviously is a very ironic title. And then Edge and Christian shriek, and that's the opening to the show. So the episode-long storyline for this episode involves Beth Phoenix, Edge's wife in real life, of course, and it's like Kill Bill, but instead of being called Kill Bill, it's called Kill Billy with Billy Gunn, who I have not seen on WWE TV in quite some time. Obviously, he left the company a few years ago after being released, I think in late 2015. Had a short stint over in New Japan. I don't think I've seen him in anything WWE related since then. Maybe he's been brought in for some stuff. Oh, obviously he was at Raw 25 about a year ago. So maybe he filmed this around that time, but I don't remember seeing him any other time or any other network show or on any other network show since then. So it was cool to see Billy Gunn, but yeah, this kind of felt like Kill Bill, like that old fucking, what's his name? I forgot the name of the director, but Quentin Tarantino film. The old Quentin Tarantino Kill Bill movie, where it's like a lot of like, not anime, but like Japanese-like elements. I don't really know how to properly describe it, but it had that feel to it because they go to Japan and she does all this other stuff. So it's separated into chapters. I haven't seen Kill Bill in a very long time, so I'm not sure how exactly the movie, like what the premise of the movie is aside from killing Bill, but like how it's like broken down and how it's kind of structured. Maybe they kind of followed that same format. Chapter 1 was called Unholy Matrimony, where Billy Gunn shows up at Beth Phoenix's wedding, and then the wedding gets crashed, and now she wants to kill Billy. So instead of being called Kill Bill, it's called Kill Billy, which is cool. So Drew McIntyre is involved in a commercial here for a new Hulkamania set, showing this Mark who has WWE posters all around his room. What a fucking Mark. Who would do that aside from me? He shows up at this Mark's house inside of his bedroom, reps off the Hulk Hogan shirt. It's like, yo, you got to get more rep like me, brother. Get the new Hulk Hogan set. And which is timely because Hulk Hogan returned to Raw that very same night on Monday Night Raw. So I thought that was interesting because otherwise, why would they even touch Hulk Hogan? Because I'm sure at the time that this was filmed, Hulk Hogan was persona non grata in WWE, so I thought that was interesting. And then Drew McIntyre gets real is like, and is like, yeah, you're never going to get rep like me, you're just he doesn't call him a mark, I don't think he does, but he's like, you're never going to get shredded like me, you got to hit the weights first before you can get jacked like Drew McIntyre, blah, blah, blah. Chapter 2, the Kill Billy storyline, is called Foxy, where Beth Phoenix shows up at Alicia Fox's house. They start fighting all around the living room in her apartment before Alicia Fox's daughter, quote-unquote, shows up, that being Tommy Dreamer, who has a girl wig on, and they just stop brawling out of nowhere once they see that Tommy is watching. This was fucking weird. I loved every second of it. I thought it was very entertaining, but it was just so random that I couldn't help but be like, what the fuck is going on? Again, I have to watch Kill Bill again in order to maybe understand the storyline, but Tommy Dreamer was all over this episode, by the way. So anyway, we get to Chapter 3, which was called The Man from Okinawa, where Beth Phoenix goes to Japan to try to find a new weapon to fight her new enemies. So she finds Funaki dressed up in like a beard and shit. And she gets gifted a weapon from Funaki, which is an all-new like blade or a sword or fucking whatever you want to call it. One of those the Japanese swords. I forgot what they're called, but I think she gets gifted one of those from the wise Funaki. Chapter 4 is simply a training montage because, of course, you can't have a Japanese-based film without a training montage. They go to intermission. And then we get shown the origins of Tommy Ball. So these two little kids are playing around outside, playing some catch. And then Tommy Dreamer is an old man's outside. And he's like, oh, too bad you don't know about Tommy Ball. And then we get like a flashback to the Attitude Era where Tommy Ball was invented. I don't remember where I first heard about Tommy Ball. Maybe either with Edge and Christian. I feel like I heard about it on the Stone Cold podcast with Edge and Christian or from Tommy Dreamer himself. I don't remember. But basically, for those that aren't familiar, Tommy Ball originated from him backstage at a WWE show with his towel on. He was getting dressed or whatever. And then Tommy Ball essentially is when the wrestlers backstage, I think Kane was the inventor of Tommy Ball, aside from Tommy Dreamer himself, of course. He threw a tennis ball at Tommy Dreamer's ball sack. And if you hit his ball sack, then that's how you win the game. And apparently, Dreamer was dumb enough to go along with this. But then again, for all the punishment the guy took in ECW, I guess I should not be surprised. But it caught on, and they played it backstage at WWE shows, I believe, for years, for a very long time, as far as I can remember. But seeing Dreamer, I mean, obviously his private parts were blurred out here, but seeing him even close to being naked was obviously not a sight I wanted to see on my Tuesday morning, Monday night. Anyway, back to the Beth Phoenix storyline here with Kill Billy. Chapter 5, Tokyo Tango. Beth Phoenix shows up at Kairi Sane's place. They brawl. She kills Kairi Sane. We get to Chapter 6 called Little Bighorn, where I forgot what that one was about. I think she gets kidnapped by her enemies and gets shoved into a fucking casket somewhere. I forgot what happened in that storyline. I didn't write anything down here, but I'm pretty sure she gets captured. We go to another intermission, which brings us to the latest Chump Stain Challenge. Chump Stain Challenge, that's a tongue twister. This week's theme is called Knee Jerk Reaction, where Edge and Christian get shown various knee pads of WWE superstars from years ago, from modern day, by Charlie Caruso. If they can correctly name whose knees those knee pads belong to, then they win the round. So they go back and forth. They show Billy Gunn. They show Zack Ryder. They show Sheamus. They show a lot of different people. And Edge and Christian got every single one right. I mean, a lot of these were pretty obvious. But like the Razor Ramon one, I had no idea. Like they showed Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger. The Razor Ramon one got me stumped. And then they did a tiebreaker, which both guys also won, which it was the knee pads of Rocky Maivia. I would have never guessed that. They both got it right. So they entered the tiebreaker round. They both got it right. They tied 4-4. I think they both got a point. Or either way, the points did not change. So I think Edge is still in the lead as of now. We get to Chapter 7 of Kill Billy called 6 Feet Under, when Beth Phoenix has like this dream sequence where once again Tommy Dreamer shows up and she asks Tommy, what would Tommy do? What would you do to get out of the situation? And he says, do anything by all means necessary, whatever. So she finds an urn, I believe it was, and she uses that to break out. She breaks out with the urn. And then she confronts Billy Gunn in the last chapter, which is called The Finger Poke of Doom, and she kills Billy with a Hulkamania foam finger. And she pokes him, and then he's like, oh, are you ready? And he does the whole DX shtick before he keels over and dies. So that was the end of Season 2, Episode 6, entitled Bang Bang of the Edge and Christian Show, as aired on the WWE Network last night after Monday Night Raw. Another very entertaining edition. Be sure to check it out on the network. We have another new episode coming next Monday, so I will be breaking that down next Tuesday right here on the channel on WWE Network and Show. So like I said earlier, we might have a new Network and Show up this weekend, breaking down the all-new New Day Year in Review Extravaganza. It's from a few weeks ago. It breaks down like the greatest, most memorable moments from 2018 for WWE. So I may watch it. I think it's only half an hour to an hour. We'll see what it is. I might talk about that, give my 2 cents on it this weekend, because it has since been uploaded to the network. So check that out at your leisure if you wish as well. So anyway, guys, have a great rest of your week. I'm Graham Giuseppe Matthews. Be sure to like this video, drop a comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch your ass down the road.